Welcome everybody. Welcome back to KF&JF podcast, Rounded Political View. Again, it's just my view. I'm here today to talk about an issue I've been talking about for the last month, and that's the issue of hate. And it just seems like that's one of those things we can talk about forever, but I want to bring it into a little bit of context today and bring it into a place where I think we all can recognize the possibilities of it and the possibility of changing it. Like everything else we do in life, we always find a way to change things. We just need a little bit of help sometimes when we get ready to do it. Well, today, my friends, do not forget to subscribe. But here we go. My view today is on what everybody's doing. What you doing today? What you doing out there? Christmas shopping? Having a very, very holiday season? 12th day of Christmas? Everybody enjoying themselves out there shopping in the stores and gathering all their goods for their family and friends. I think everybody out there is having a Merry Christmas, and I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And that's kind of like where I want to start and bring it in my conversation for today. Christmas time. You know, during Christmas time, everybody finds a way to be happy, even those that are not happy. They find a way to bring the jolly out in themselves and try to be nice to people during this time of the year. And they always try to find a way to um, give grace and be thankful of all the things that they have. It doesn't matter what religion you are, where you're from, or what you do, or how you celebrate it, or even if you don't celebrate it. It's just one of those things I think that everybody can recognize as something that's happening in our lives that requires us to be a little bit more thoughtful. I guess that's the word I should be looking for. So, what I want to do is try to put that context in the same place as we put the changing of hate and the getting rid of it, but understanding it and the celebration of it. Because some people celebrate hate. They wake up in the morning and think about what they can hate and who they can hate. But what I want to know is why. Why is this happening? So, as I say till in the beginning, my discussion today is my view. So, it's Merry Christmas. And you know, the other part about that is a Happy New Year. And that's really where we have the greatest opportunity to change ourselves. It's when the beginning of something happens where we are in control of that beginning. And what happens in that beginning? I think that's the best place to start the changing of hate. So I want to talk a little bit about how we can bring those two things, the jolly Christmas and the New Year, in solving hate around you, people you know, conversations you have, thoughts you've thought of. All of those things can be changed at the beginning of your new year. And I know maybe you don't even do that anyway, so you don't really need to put that in your change. And good for you. If that's the way you're leading your life, I'm proud of you. I think that's the best thing that we can do. And maybe there's somebody that you can transfer that beautiful way of life that you live in. Because not everybody understands that in order to hate somebody or to create a place of hate or to be able to put yourself in a position where you're promoting hate, that's just a lot of energy, man. It's just a lot of energy, and it's a lot of like uncertainty in that. You never know who's going to be able to take you up on your hate. So my thing is, how do we do this in a more respectful way? So let's start with oops, sorry about that, people. Let's just start with Christmas. Um, when I think of Christmas, I think about family. I think about the things that you have to get for family. I think about all of the anxiety that's created in getting those things for family and friends and anyone that you choose to get those goodies for, and how they are affected by that. And in your time when you're shopping and when you're trying to find a way to shop, you are contemplating all of those thoughts. Let's think about that. You go to the store and you sitting there, you pick up something, oh man, are they gonna like this? Oh, is this really for them? What are they gonna think of me when I get ahead on and give them this gift? So my thoughts is, people, why don't you think of that in the same context of hate? How are you able to figure out how you can get rid of it in those same ways? What could I do? What could I do? So when you're buying that Christmas present for somebody and someone says to you, how do you feel today, sir? How's your Christmas going? Merry Christmas to you. And you say, thank you, sir. Same to you. When you leave that conversation, do you leave it in a positive way or do you leave it in a negative way? And again, we're going to try to put that in the context of hate. Because when you're talking to people and you're dealing with people that are not your same race, or someone that don't believe in Christmas, or someone that's really negative toward Christmas, like they don't celebrate it at all. They don't even understand why you're celebrating, and they hoping that you just get out of here with all of this jolly. Stop current head. Stop this happy talk. So having a place in your life where you can find a way to create a avenue to make a change and create understanding is always in some kind of beginning stage in your life where you figure, okay, well, it's a new year. I can start this. It's a new year. I'm going to lose weight. It's a new year. I'm going to clean that garage. It's a new year. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be nicer to people. It's a new year. Well, what do you do when that new year comes in dealing with hate? What do you do when that new year comes and someone's talking in a negative way about hate? What do you do when someone's bringing to you an issue that you know is racist? You know it is. You've heard it. You say, well, you know what? This sounds a little racist. This sounds a little, I wouldn't say this. But what are you doing to change that image? Same way like you were in the store. You're picking up that thing and you're saying, hey, how are they going to like me? What do they think about me? Are they going to look at me differently when I give them this gift? Well, think about that context of Christmas when you're dealing with hate. Or someone's going to look at you differently when you sit there and accept hate, accept this bad joke when it's a bigoted joke or a racist joke, and you laughing and laughing, and then you walk away? Or do you sit there and you say, you know what? I'm not the guy for that joke. You know what? I appreciate what you're doing, with your mind. I know that's your opinion, but that's not me. And when you think about the new year, that's how you started. You started by putting yourself in a place where you're not going to be doing something that's not consistent with you and who you want to be and how you want to live your life in the holidays. So I've sat back and realized that there's a lot of people that walk around here and, coming up with all these new slogans for their new year resolution, you know? What do you think? What do you think? Is it a resolution or solution? You know? So my whole thing is I hope that is solution. I hope that you can drive yourself in the new year with a place of solution. Doing things that solve things. And when you're talking about understanding and hate, in which we have a whole hell of a lot of, I think that you should be able to start your new year out with a little bit of, I'm going to pick out places where I know hate is, and I'm going to solve the problem of creating understanding. Creating a place, because you're not going to be able to, and I'm not suggesting that you walk into a hated situation and think that you're going to go in there and tell them, you're the greatest of all time, Merry Christmas, and you are a hater. That may not solve the problem. That may not get you the answers you want. I suggest that you go in with understanding, the calm and cool collective thought process that you have when you picked out that Christmas gift. Sir, what you saying, do you want people to look at you that way or think of you as a racist? Do you want people to think of you as a bigot? Do you have any way of what your family think about you when you decide to walk around and saying these things? Do you suggest that everybody be exactly like you? Because if they are, then what's the need for understanding? But you know that they're not all like you. You know that even your own family is not like you. So that means that you have to create a barrier, and a barrier that's going to be able to deal with understanding. You can't let stuff get to you where you're going to sit there and say, well, you know what? I'm going to accept that. I'm going to put the walls down, and, everything comes in racist, everything that comes in hate, I'm all good with it. But no, you got to put a barrier up, sir. You got to put a barrier up, my people, my friends, my podcast family. You can't let things just get to you where you are going to just be accepting of hate. But sometimes a barrier is just not going to work. And you're going to be faced with the problem solving of what you are involved in. Same thing when you think about that New Year's thing, your resolution that you want. When you sit back in there and you're sitting there, it's Christmas and everybody's telling you, I'm gonna lose weight. I bought me a new exercise equipment. I got me some new clothes. I bought me a boat. I'm gonna go fishing. I got me some golf clubs and I'm gonna go golfing, and don't do none of that crap. Don't golf, don't fish, don't lose weight, don't even wear the outfit you just got. What do you do? So when you think about that problem solving, you set your New Year's goals to accomplish something. And what I suggest, and I think it's, not that bad of a suggestion, you find people that who do succeed in those goals that they set out. Because there's a lot of people around you that, you know what? New Year's come, they're on their goals. I mean, they're out there pushing them and working them and doing them for the first 3 months, 4 months maybe. Well, at least you can figure out, how do they do that? How did you get to a point where you were able to do your goals for 4 months straight? Because in that discussion and in that information gathering that you're going to do, you're going to find one strand of consistency. And that's being thoughtful and thinking of what you're doing each and every day to stay on point, to stay in your goal, to stay in the resolution and solving of that. So when you wake up in the morning and you think about people around you who are creating hate, and you run into them along the way of your life and during the day, then you should say to yourself, you know what? I want to solve that problem because I don't want that problem coming back around me again. I don't want to have that as part of the issues I got to deal with every day because it doesn't do anything for me. So either it's two choices. Either I don't have that person come around me or I don't go around that person. But there's another way of dealing with that, and it might be the best way. It's conversation, talking. Hey, man, you know what? I understand you may feel this way, but I think that it might be a little bit, you know, not respectful to others, and it doesn't bring us any closer as a country, or it doesn't bring us any closer as a people if gonna go down that kind of a road and discuss this jokes and these hateful thoughts about other people, and it really doesn't do anything in our friendship, because all it does is create in our friendship is a barrier and a wall. And not only that, it takes away all of the other possibilities that I can see in you. All of the other things in your life that I know is good. So why do you let hate and racism distract from who you are? The same way, like I said, I'm bringing back and forth the happy holidays and the New Year's resolution. How do you expect to get your New Year's resolution done if you start off by saying, I hate the fact that I gotta get up and run or walk or go on a diet or put on these skinny clothes? I hate it. Well, how in the hell are you gonna get things done? You're not. You're not going to be able to even start off doing anything for your New Year resolution. So it's resolution or solution that we want to be able to put ourselves in a position to understand. Because I really do think it's solution. You know, it's really the biggest part of everything we try to do anyway. Is getting to a solution in our problems. Getting to a solution and understanding who we are and where we are and how we're going to do things and where we see things in our lives. You know, so I'm trying my best to give you guys a good understanding of that through some simple ways. When you talk to people that you know that are around you and they're constantly promoting this hate, then you need to start off with, like, you know what? I can't hear you. I can't hear nothing you're saying right now because you got hate in the way. I can't hear nothing that's coming out of your mouth because what you're doing is you're distracting me with hate. I can't even listen to anything or see you because you're full of hate. And I got to get away. So that's how I see it. So when you look back on your life and you look back on your resolution for your New Year's resolution, where you think that you are in a place where everybody is looking at you, everybody's thinking that you are the one to do everything. Is it true? Is it really true? Are you really the one that everybody wants to see? Are you really the one that are looking around and saying, hey, you know what? I am the guy that's trying to be nice. I'm trying to buy everybody a gift, and I'm really concerned about how they see me, what they think of me, where I'm going to go if I, give them a bad gift. I'm going to have to give it and leave. I know y'all have done that before. Everybody's done that. Got somebody some freaking gift you saw at Walmart or you done bought, or matter of fact, the worst of all, the second-hand gift. You know you got that gift last year. You know you didn't have that gift purchased during the holiday season. That thing was purchased a year ago during the summertime. And you know there wasn't a jolly behind that gift. But is that the way you want to portray yourself? Then, that's the kind of person you are. What I'm suggesting is that you don't do that. What I'm suggesting is that you take yourself and put yourself in a place where those things are not coming across that way. So back to my story, and I know everybody's trying to wonder what the hell I went off on a run for on that, but it's kind of like I say, it's just my podcast and my point of view. But what I suggest though is we all think of New Year as a change to change hate. We should all put it in our place and do the things that will resolve it and eradicate it as much as we can. We know that there are people out there that really are just hateful, and it may be nothing we can do for them. But at the same time, we can always show that we're not that way. We can always show that we have ability to be understanding, and maybe that will help us to ease in to their mind and seeing that whatever they're doing, just like that New Year's resolution, whatever they're doing, they need to change because it ain't getting the results that they want. Their friends ain't coming around as much because they got that hate issue. They're not able to even go fishing because nobody wants to go with a hater. Because fishing is one of the jolliest things you can do. Golfing, nobody wants to go golfing with a hater, but haters want to go golfing with a hater because you know why? They always hitting at the wrong ball, or they keep chasing the wrong ball. But that ball that they hitting and chasing never seems to go in the hole in one hit. So therefore, they hate. It's all over the place. So all I can suggest to you guys out there that's during this holiday season, and I wish and I truly wish that you have a happy holiday. But I know that right now there's a lot of people out there that's just hating on each other. Just it's so much hate, the dirt and mud of it in the air. You go in the grocery. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me, and I don't know if it's hate or just craziness. I was in Walmart. You know what I mean? And I know y'all all been to Walmart. Don't tell me you don't shop at Walmart. That's probably where half the gifts you getting coming from, besides the ones you getting online. But anyway, I'm in Walmart shopping for some shirts, and my God, I got the shirts I was gonna get, and I put them in my basket. All the sizes I want, I put them in my basket, and I went and I wanted to pick another color. And do you know while I was picking this color, someone stole my basket. They stole my basket. They stole the clothes. I turn around, the basket and the clothes is gone. Now, is that hate or is that just one of those things of, ooh, I don't know what to call it, but it was pretty scary for me because I have never seen, I mean, I just never experienced somebody just take off with your basket and gone. So what did I do? And I'm going to tell you this little story. I went searching for the nearest Walmart associate. And I said to that associate, someone stole my basket. You know what he said to me? Where do you leave it? Where the hell would I leave it? I leave it right next to me where I was shopping. Someone just took all my stuff in here. Can you call security? And you know what they said? We'll go check and see over at the front and see if somebody brought you a basket to the front. My basket was not at the front. Matter of fact, I had blues and reds and all these different colors, shirts inside that basket. And I looked all over the store, couldn't find the damn basket, couldn't find the people pushing the basket, couldn't find nothing. And I said to myself, there's some hate in this. There is some hate and a little bit of racism in this. And I'm going to tell you why I say this out loud because I'm only speaking to you guys. And again, this is my view. Because if there was a black guy that, or if you were a white guy or a white woman or anyone else, other than the black guy, in the store shopping, and your clothes were stolen with all of your goodies that you picked for Christmas, do you know the Secret Service would be there? Ah, that's too much. But you know security would be there. You know security would have, they see everything going in the Walmart. They got security guards walking around in the Walmart. They got a whole center up at the top that looks down on the floor. They can see what's going on. Why did they not exercise that sense of, you know, authority and wherewithal to find my damn basket? Well, that's when I said, well, maybe there's some hate and race in there. Maybe there's something going on for the black man in there. Maybe they're not looking for my stuff so thoroughly. And I said, well, can you call security? Don't you guys have cameras in here? Because I know years ago when I was a teenager, they got cameras in there. If you took anything, they wait for you to get outside the door. They found out that they go back and show you everything that you was doing in the store. So you can't tell me they don't know where my basket is. But could not find it. Spent 45 minutes looking for it. I got so depressed I walked out of there. I bought some sweets, bought me some sugar, got the hell up out of the stuff. I think it's bad. I think it's one of those things where we can see how the differences work for certain people and not. And maybe it was just the way they treat everybody at Walmart that get their basket of clothes stolen. I don't know. But I beg to differ that that is the case. Because I think that no way in the world that somebody would sit back and allow the basket to be stolen from someone else, you know, you know, and they not get their research on to find out what happened to it and get their stuff back. But they didn't do it for me, so I walked out of there. But here's the question is, and this, who would do that? Why would somebody do that? I'm standing right there shopping, putting stuff inside of my basket, and someone takes it. Now I know it's Christmas time. I know it's the holiday season. I know everybody is hoping for a reason to do the things they want to do when they want to do it. But this is not the way you do it in the time of year you do it when you got the places you need to go. You don't steal stuff that don't belong to you, that hasn't been in your hand. So I don't understand why they stole my basket. So I'm damn sure gonna be mad. Because I'm a black man walking in the store, nobody expects me to have not one thing at all, including money. So I lost my basket of goodies. But anyway, what do? I gotta live like a ah. Anyway, you guys don't want to hear any more of that. But this is the story of one of those things that we talk about when we talk about hate. It always comes in this kind of weird way. I mean, it's kind of like low key, and I think that's more like in the city. You know what I mean? Because in the country, hate is so out in, in the open. You even say, "Thank you, sir. Have a good day, sir," and you know damn well they hate you to guts. But you already know that. But the fact that they say back to you, "Merry Christmas," is the most shockingest thing I've ever heard. But I know people in the country that around people every day that don't like them. But because it's all out in the open and it's dealt with, there's no reason for anybody to do anything else when they're communicating with you. You already know. They're not hiding it, but they're cordial about it, respectful about it. They're not running around trying to kill you. They just don't like you, which is all right. You don't have to like me to pay me. You don't have to like me to fix my car. You don't have to like me put air in my tire. You don't have to like me not even to hire me. But what you do have to do is respect me the same way I respect you. And that is a part of understanding. That is a part of not creating some anxiety in our lives where we have to build up a wall. I can still communicate with you. I won't call you my friend. Probably won't even call you over for dinner. But then again, I might invite you to the bar, have a drink with you, watch you tell them jokes that you know you want to tell. But the fact that you're telling them in an open setting and I know who you are, I'm not trying, it's I'm not going to try to fight you because my argument with you is not something that's going to win. But what I did show is that I understand your point of view. And that's your point of view. I don't have to like it. But when we're walking around every day promoting hate and putting hate in a place in our business, in our media, in our government, in our laws, then we have a problem, ladies and gentlemen. We have a big problem. And that's something I choose not to be involved in. And if you're one of those people that are out there every day working for our government, creating all this hate, I, just get out of here with it. Because I think right now when we're going through with this Trump issue, and you know what, when you see all of the people that was on that list of wanting to change the vote and martial law and all of these things, I just wondered if anybody ever sat back and did that for Obama, what would this world be thinking? If all those people were black that was trying to get Obama to stay in office and take over the government, don't you think those probably would have been the people that would have tried it? But then again, you know, people of color have never wanted to be those kind of people. Their resolution was about solution. Remember, I taught that to you before about what Martin Luther King wanted and what John Lewis did. They were about solution. They wasn't about control. Even though they were hated, they wasn't about control. They were about solution. And those solutions were geared on providing for all of us, making things better for all of us, putting us in a situation where we have the ability to have understanding and can work together. And that's how you should start your new year. You should start your new year by figuring out a way how you can be different and working together with others, especially people you normally do not work with or people you normally do not associate with. So I think that's going to give you a much better place to have a resolution to your life and solve a lot of problems that's affecting so many other lives. So, you know, this is one of those things that I think is important. So, everyone, thank you. Thank you so much. See you soon. Thank you for coming to KF, the JF podcast, Grounded Political View. Thank you so much.